This is about the incident that happened at the zoo with the ape. As you've probably heard, a little boy had gotten down inside enclosure with where the apes were at. And, one of the apes went over to the little boy and was dragging him around the enclosure, and ultimately ended up with the ape being shot and killed. As tragic as that is, and I wish, you know, that there was other things they could have done. They didn't really have too much of an option. They did what they had to do, and I'm just totally I can't believe how many people are out there bitching a fit, you know, that this animal was shot and put down. Where are your priorities at? Where the hell are your priorities at? It's human life over animals, plain and simple. I'm not going to go into detail of what I do for a living. Those who know me know what I do. I'm going to tell you, it is an extremely hard decision to end an animal's life. But once again, human life prevails over animal. This is the way it has to be. We have to put human life before an animal's life. People are calling for action, justice to be done in the death of the ape. You know, there's only one person here to fault at, and that is the parent of the little boy. It is parents' responsibility to make sure your kids are safe, make sure nothing happens to your kids. So ultimately, the ape lost its life because the mother didn't control her kid. Some people, I think, are saying that the little boy told his mom that he was going to go down in there and get in the water. She said, "No, you're not." Whether or not she allowed him to go down there, or she just turned her back for a split second, which everybody who has kids knows, man, it takes nothing but a blink of an eye for a kid to be out of sight. You know, but ultimately, it is not the people at the zoo. It's not their fault. They're not to be blamed for putting this ape down. The responsibility falls solely on the mother of the child. And if the dad was there, I haven't heard anything about the dad, but just the parent in general. It falls on them. The death of this animal is on them. It's not on the zookeepers. It's not on their tactical endangered animal response team, I think, or whatever they call it. People are saying, well, they should have tranquilized it. Well, I'm going to tell you for a fact, that would not have worked. Would it have put the animal down? Sedated enough for them to go in and remove the boy? Yes, it would have. They would have been removing a body instead of a boy. They would have been removing the boy's remains. If you've seen the video of how that ape was dragging the kid around the enclosure, I have not personally tranquilized an ape or even a chimpanzee. I've never done that. I am certified in chemical immobilization. I have sedated, tranquilized a bunch of dogs. I've actually been where we did a goat once, and I was on the scene. I wasn't the one that personally did it, but I was on the scene with a vet and sedated a cow. So I've got a really good idea of how this shit would have went down. depending on the type of drugs they use, I don't know exactly what they would have used on the ape. Pretty sure it's similar to what I have access to. Probably just maybe a lot more of it, and maybe a little stronger dose. But in generally, you're looking at 3 to 5 minutes before the animal starts showing signs of being sedated. And once, depending on if they just go lay down, they usually fall asleep, within a couple minutes of them showing signs of being sedated, them looking drunk. Now, look at it like this. The ape was dragging this little boy around, which he could have been killed. I'm surprised the little boy didn't drown when he was dragging him through that water. He was just aggravated that the boy was there. There was something in his area, in his home, shouldn't be. Hit him with a dart. Man, I don't have one with me. I wish I would have got one. But they probably would have been about that long, the dart. The needle itself would probably have been maybe about that long, if not a little bit longer. Hit that with that force, that ape would have went shit. He would have went nuts, and I have no doubt that little boy would have been fatally injured as a result of that. So everybody get your priorities straight. Stop calling for justice and for the zookeepers and the zoo itself to be punished and held accountable. Human life over animal life any day of the week. Sorry, that's my opinion. And like I said, I guarantee you it would not have went as good as whatever they thought they would have tranquilized it. The shit you see in the movies where they tranquilize the animal or a person and dart hits and they fall over droozy, does not happen. Never has happened. Never will happen. I know people see this crap on Animal Planet where they may tranquilize a dog or something running loose, but they edit that. That takes, like I said, it takes 3 to 5 minutes for an animal to start showing signs that the drug has been initiated. Until then, you're driving around, watching, thinking, did the dart hit? Did the dart work? Did the medicine go in? What? I don't understand why people are throwing a fit, wanting the zoo to be shut down and wanting these zookeepers to lose their jobs. People are even actually calling for these zookeepers who did this to actually be shot and killed themselves. I don't know what's wrong with society. I'm almost pretty much giving up hope on it. Anyway, you have a nice day.